his first postseason action. Brandon Staley is
fast forward, second half.
No, let's not.
No, we're not doing that.
Making his playoff debut as well. First quarter, second play from scrimmage. Point and hit by Drew Tranquill. Hey, listen, this sort of stuff happens.
It's a double doinker. You know, you can't
Get
out. Make sure you don't hurt yourself making a tackle. We don't need you in the second half.
First ever interception is thrown in the first play. That's one of the rest of the season. Happens right here. Looking for Zay Jones. Asante Samuel Jr.
The first 2 months of the regular season now. What will the final two bring us as we're off in week 9?
Debut since at least
Taylor's going to take it over the end zone.
Okay, so it's 10-0. Lawrence looking for Evan Engram. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Hey, his old man, by the way, has 7 career season interceptions.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. No, not yet. You got to say 3 interceptions in the first quarter. Are you kidding me?
Throwing the start, here's Tua.
Into the Jetsons icing candle. It's 17-0. 17-0.
Before he takes it across the 40-yard
Second
line.
quarter.
An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Wow. 6 catches for 109.
Speed on that route, he's holding the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there, finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Lawrence now looking for you. Asante Samuel Jr.
Caught by his receiver,
Goodness, that is.
and he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you the full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from not running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Told you, this is what I told you. Somebody, Juju on the Jags, and
You can ask those guys. So the Chargers, are they going to
The Dolphins need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. And his kick is no good.
Field goal, it's
An inauspicious
27-6.
start here score-wise as this one stays a 6-0
Looking for
game.
Evan Engram. Great year. 7 stacks for 93 yards. And 8. Jacksonville is listening to Rob Warner. That's a great job.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Peterson said as much. Midway through the third. Lawrence sacked on the play on 3rd and 7 with
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this home.
Give it another look. That's really close.
Maybe a yard shy there at the 24.
What? And so Lawrence, Alvin, is that you?
wide open.
Marvin Jones.
Wide open.
Tags it cut into 2 scores. Next, Jacksonville drive after a Chargers field goal.
Fields in the downtown with a 1st and 10.
Lawrence
At
to
their own
Zay
24.
Jones. This was huge because it still happened in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
Big play.
You needed this. You needed to score quickly. We were sitting in the screen
Thrown out on the ground.
Oh, come on, my goodness, no.
Defensively for the
Fourth
stop.
quarter, it's a 10-point game
Defense
for
for
the
the
Chargers.
Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that win over
But there's a
Detroit.
flag.
What stood out to me on tape,
For Avon to the football. What did he do?
tells me that they got all the time and stuff.
He did. He gave a little screen through there.
17 yards and their first down. That was a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't even go into the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during the meeting? They kind of regretted they didn't touch that out a little bit. You know, they should have touched it last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
That's a gain of 21.
1-7 now in the year. The Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as bringing up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to do with some of this stuff. Let's move on.
He gets a
Go down
second
behind
15-yard
them,
penalty.
galvanize themselves, and go
And so
forward
this is
and get a
huge
win in
because
this
it
one.
moves the PAT drive up to the 1. And so Doug Peterson's like, we're going for 2. And reach out and touch somebody. That's a 2-point try. That is a 2-point conversion. So Jacksonville down just 2.
That's it.
Also try to sell it down.
18 yards on the other way. Chicago has the first.
Chargers ensuing drive. Herbert sack by Roy Robertson-Harris. Chargers would go 3 down and punt it away. I see it, my man. I see it. Here come the Jags. Lawrence with just over 3 minutes to go. Oh, my God. Fanboy, look at this.
For 24 yards.
Against them a few minutes ago because they come out and establish the tempo. A nice throw there.
To Christian Kirk.
Very strong
This is going to get
as a
it up
response.
to midfield. Lawrence 28 of 47 for 288, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks. And 4 plays later, going for it on 4th and 1. And Travis Etienne, who had a 100-yard effort, stays in bounds, gets inside the 20, and with 3 ticks left, it's the
15 yards in this series
kicker,
after the delay
Riley
of game.
Patterson,
1st and 15.
36 yards out to put a wrap on the 3rd greatest comeback in NFL postseason history. Trevor Lawrence off and running. Justin Herbert and Joe Bosa running to the postseason. It looked like it was big for a while, but just
and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short
the
game.
Jags erase a 27-0 deficit to beat the Chargers by 1. Next gen is
you lucky son of a bitch.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive.
They certainly did. They certainly did. As we mentioned, 3rd greatest comeback. Frank Reich engineered the greatest of the Bills over the then Houston Oilers 30 years ago. 2013, Andrew Luck did the same to the Chiefs. And Saturday night, the Lawrence and the Jags upended the Chargers. Saturday got started out by the Bears. Geno Smith didn't care of feeling good as a 17-0 road.
Ready to California all month. It's like, right?
Yeah, but you know what? It was actually pretty clear with this game. Brock Purdy,
Santos kick is up and through.
Christian
So the field goal that cuts the lead
68 yards. Williams and Kittle clear the side. Next gen snaps it up. Running like it's 2019 day. And 4th place later, Purdy going to find McCaffrey.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
136 total yards for scrimmage for him. 10 steps in your taking the
line as he's dropped at the 23. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
And not ideal position to begin that drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense.
Okay, they're back in this thing.
And get away from the shot of their own goalpost.
Niners tack on a field goal now from midfield down 6. Geno to DK Metcalf, who's trusted Javarius for all day.
The thing, if you're gonna play press man, you gotta put your hands on him. Don't touch him there. You see the crossing straight. When he tries to play kitty back, that dude's 6'3", 230 pounds. You can't do that.
By the way, Ian Rappaport says that the Steelers want that guy, Geno Smith, a free agent. He's 22 years old. Niners ball now, waiting seconds in the first half. Purdy looking for Debo. Michael Jackson just knocks it away, so it leads to a Ronnie Gold field goal. By the way, still has the most significant postseason history. That's true. I just report back. So Shanahan's thinking, well, we're going to have a 2-point lead at the half. Watch this. Geno, there's 1 second left.
Okay, keep on playing with me, boy.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Here's Mostert, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But for this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Check. 40's mark. 40's the mark. 40's the mark. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Check back 40. Check back 40.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
It's a big play there for Miami. 65 yards. Now Tua sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Tua going to try and run.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa.
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On first down, it's Fields.
Out route, he finds his... Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to throw, Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
And here we go on fourth down, Fields. This is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35. But that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Fields now to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
A minute 52 to play until halftime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big pickup of 38. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st down, Fields. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Fields. Being chased out left. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down, Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool, as the first half is winding down, and the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Santos with the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Finding room at midfield. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, set, yellow, 43, ultra.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of...
I'm conceding. Hey, I can concede after halftime, right?